go. Looks interesting.
Oh, it's just a prospectus from the Institute of Aromatherapy.
I didn't know you'd sent off for that.
Well, when I rang up the other day to ask about the price, they just said they'd pop a brochure in the post to me. It's just for interest sake.
Oh. And how much is it?
£1,875 plus VAT.
How much?
Well, it's a professional qualification, Curly, and according to this, it says you can expect to fully recoup your investment in the first 3 months. I must say, it looks very comprehensive.
You want to go on it, don't you?
Well, I can't, can I? And even if I did, it clashes with the holiday, so...
Yeah, but I've not booked anything. I mean, I was going to go into Alex today, but I mean, I don't have to, not if you don't want me to.
No, I'm looking forward to it. Eat your toast.
Look at that. Former mayoress struck by egg. Now see what you've done. Got it all over the papers.
That's what we want, isn't it? Publicity.
Yes, but there's good publicity and there's bad publicity. We want to be seen as decent, respectable people with a proper grievance. Not a load of hooligans.
She wants to think herself lucky that egg wasn't hard-boiled. Lady muck.
Will you not see sense, woman? The only way we'll get the council to back down is by doing peaceful protests.
Is that the way you got shot at the Jerry's, was it? I vote we go down there and put their windows through. Show them we mean business.
And get yourself arrested. Talk sense, woman.
Have you finished with these 2 cups?
Oh, we have. Thank you, sweetheart.
Yes. I'm sorry, but I can't condone any of this, or any part of it at all. And you've got my views.
Where are you going?
To the Roberts, to apologise for the fracas the other day.
Not on my behalf, I hope. In fact, you can tell them they ain't seen nothing yet.
She's a fiery old so-and-so, isn't she, that Ellie Dempsey? You wouldn't think it to look at her, would you? Sitting there doing her knitting. I bet she's making one of them balaclavas with eye holes in. You know, sort that bank robbers wear.
Yeah, he was in quite a good mood, actually.
Well, I'm pleased to hear it.
He's looking forward to being a free man.
That's a bit premature, isn't it?
No, free from Vicky. She's served a divorce petition on him.
Oh, I see.
Look, Liz, I've been to see him twice now. I think that's enough for an ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
I just think it's for the best. I mean, I don't want anyone getting the wrong idea, and I don't just mean Steve. 2 o'clock next Tuesday, yeah? Does that suit?
Aye, yeah, right. That's fine.
Okay.
See you then.
See you later. Oh, yeah?
They're at it again.
Who?
Don and Kev. They're in a nuddle over the road, and when I go over to join them, Don makes it quite clear that I'm not welcome. I tell you, they must be plotting something.
Well, maybe they're in that funny club, you know, that Curly Watts is in, the Square Dealers.
Yeah, well, whatever club they're in. I know I'm not a member.
Of course, you know what she'd really like, don't you? What would give her more satisfaction than anything?
To get her hands on the money she's got tied up across the road.
Oh, no. She'll get the money, don't worry, every penny. No. Something else.
I give up, Don.
She'd like to see the place go to wreck and ruin.
No, I think you're being paranoid.
Well, that proves I'm useless, doesn't it? Proves she was right to go. No. I'm gonna prove her wrong, Kevin. I'm gonna turn that place round if I have to work 24 hours a day.
Yeah, that's what you said. And I'm glad to hear it, because it's my living as well, remember?
Oh, well, could be a very good living, eh? Bit of reorganisation, plenty of hard graft. I reckon we could turn that place into a little gold mine.
I wouldn't go that far, Don.
Huh? Not with you and me running it together as equal partners.
You and me?
Yes, Kevin. I'm giving you first option on Josie's share.
Oh, I wondered if you might show your face.
I take it you've read the paper today.
Yes, Percy, I have. And let me say straight away that
Look,
I
hang on a minute. Audrey, hang on. Let's hear what Percy's got to say first.
I've come to offer my apologies for the regrettable incident outside the town hall the other day.
You hear that, Alf? Right, now you hold him here. I'm going to phone the police.
Oh, don't talk so daft, woman. Nobody's calling no police.
He has just confessed to causing criminal damage.
I'd nothing to do with it. I don't condone that sort of thing at all. I'm sorry it happened.
Well, that's very decent of you, Percy. Apology accepted.
Hey, don't go accepting on my behalf. I've been publicly humiliated and a suit worth over £100 ruined, and it is ruined, Percy. And you think you can just wander around here and say sorry and that'll be an end to it? How do we know there won't be a repeat performance? How do we know that you and your rabble won't be lying in wait every time we come out the house? I'll not have a wardrobe left by the time you're finished.
Percy's just said that he'd naught to do with them.
Yes, I've strongly urged the other people in the group to stick to the lawful and peaceful means of the protest.
Well, you can do better than that, Percy Sugden. You can make sure this whole stupid business stops altogether.
But, Mrs. Roberts, I can't do that. There's so much public feeling about this. There really is.
Public feeling? Anybody'd think the whole of Weatherfield had taken to the streets.
Well, you saw with your own eyes. There are quite a few.
I saw Lily Dempsey and a handful of stragglers who've got naught better to do with their time. But I don't know why you're so thick with them any road. You don't even live in Mayfield Court.
But that doesn't mean I'm not entitled to uphold tradition.
Oh, muscling in on the act, you mean? Same as you always do when there's a spot of trouble.
I admit it helped me make a clean break with Josie, but I thought you'd be dead keen.
I don't know why, Don. I certainly never meant to give that impression.
What, a 50% share in a business that you already work for?
It's not exactly a thriving business, though, is it? Despite what you say about its potential.
Oh, well, thanks for the vote of confidence.
Well, I'm just being realistic, Don. To get 20 grand, I'm going to have to go to the bank and secure it against my house. There's no other way I can get my hands on that sort of money.
So what's the problem? If they'll give a fella my age the money, you'll have no problem.
Don, what happens if the business goes worse instead of better? Hey, I've got 2 daughters to think about. I don't want them being brought up in a bed and breakfast.
Didn't know this occurred to you 3 months ago when you were after buying the place lock, stock and barrel.
Look, Sally was always more keen than me.
It's me, innit? You don't want to go into partnership with me.
Well, to be honest, Don, no, I don't.
Now we're getting to it.
No, but it's nothing personal. I'd say the same to Tony and Baldwin. The way I see it, a partnership gives you half the say for twice the aggro. If I'm going to go into business on my own, that's exactly how I'll do it, on my own.
Well, I just think you're passing up a great chance. I mean, you know that business like the back of your hand.
Hold on. I know cars like the back of my hand. There's a difference.
Look, at least, Kevin, say that you'll give it some thought.
Don, what you need is a business partner. Not a mechanic with a spare bit of cash. Someone who knows the ins and outs. I mean, for all you say about Baldwin, at least he knew the tricks of the trade.
Oh, yeah. He's got plenty of tricks, all right.
No, what it is, you see, I've got a vacancy for a cleaner, both at the office of my own private apartment, Newcombe highly recommended. Now, are you interested?
Well, I might be, but I'm tired of being mornings.
Oh, well, that's all right, because this would be evenings. So, when could you pop along for a chat?
I'll have to check my personal organiser.
The cleaning profession's gone up market since I went to see you.
It came free with the catalogue. How about this afternoon?
No, I know. You're planning on burning down the garage and claiming on the insurance.
Very funny, is that, Tony?
All right, I'll guess again. You're talking about cutting costs and whether or not you could survive with just one mechanic.
Hey?
Well, there's something funny going on.
Yeah, but it's not what you think.
Look, he was as nice as pie to me this morning. Then come dinner time, you two go sloping off for another secret meeting.
Yeah, well. So she's left him.
Oh, see?
So, he wants someone to buy her share in this place, which is why he took me across the road to find out if I was interested.
And what did you say?
I told him I wasn't, which didn't please him, which is why he's gone home.
What farm cakes have you got?
Oh, ham, cheese and tomato loaf.
Oh, have you no egg, Betty? Mrs. D's partial to a bit of egg, you know.
Be so cheeky, you. I'll have cheese and tomato.
OK, Doc. Of course, Ken here's the one Mrs. Dempsey should be looking to for advice.
What?
Used to be something of a political campaigner in his youth, didn't you, Ken?
Well, I went on 1 or 2 marches, you know, Vietnam, banned the bomb, but I'm strictly an armchair politician these days. Certainly don't want to get caught up in the crossfire between Alf Roberts and a bunch of angry princes.
Oh, way up. Here comes another one. Hide under your tables, it could turn nasty.
Have a bitter, please, Betty, when you're ready.
Sent you away with a flea in your ear, did she?
Thinks you can talk to me like dirt, but you got another thing coming.
That's more like it, Percy. Stand up to him.
I'm still opposed to strong arm tactics.
What would you say to appearing on television?
Eh?
They phoned up. Want to interview us at Flats.
They never did.
Come in this afternoon. I'm off over the road for a quick shampoo and set after I've had this.
Well, I never.
Just think, Percy, this time tomorrow the whole of Manchester'll know about campaign. Now, if that isn't good publicity, I don't know what is.
Hi, it's you. I gather you're looking for someone to put money into the garage. Only I might be interested.
Are you sure this is not a joke?
Of course I'm not joking. I'm dead serious.
Well, you're just a kid. Where are you going to put your hands on 20 grand?
Is that how much you're asking for?
It's about Joseph's share, like I told Kevin. Now answer the question.
Oh, don't you worry. I can get my hands on the money.
Who from?
You know the carpet shop on Clarence Street?
Yeah.
Well, it's one of 5, you know, family firm. My family.
I see.
My dad's offered to lend me the money before, providing the business is a good proposition.
Oh, it's a good proposition, all right, yeah. Why don't you sit down?
OK, if we can start with a shot of all of you, and then perhaps I can speak to you one at a time.
If you don't mind me interrupting, I'm Percy Sugden. If you're looking for a principal spokesman and someone who's not perturbed by lights and so forth.
Terrific. What was the name again?
Percy Sugden, Lance Corporal, retired.
Wait in, you can't start without me. And I don't know what you're talking to him for. He doesn't even live here.
I'm still a prominent member of the Action Group.
My name's Lily Dempsey. I started the campaign up. I live in flat 7.
All right, Mrs. Dempsey, if I can just have a quick word.
Oh, well, if that's the way you want it. I'm not stopping where I'm not wanted.
Hi. I was wondering if I might have a quick word, if you're not too busy.
Yeah, sure. Go on through.
It's about what you said this morning. Look, you don't owe Steve anything, I know that. But also, I know how much he looks forward to your visits.
Well, so do I. That's the problem. When I went to see him the other day, the only thing he could talk about were the happy times we had over the cafe.
Well, yeah, but when you've made a mess of your life like he has, you're bound to look back on happier times.
Yeah, but what's he looking forward to? He gets out, I'm stood by the gate, we all live happily ever after. Because if he is, he's kidding himself, and I'm not having anyone saying that I encouraged it.
Fine, then put him straight. Hey, I'll put him straight.
Look, it's not just him that I'm worried about. Every time I go and see Steve, I have to lie to Tony. Do you know how that makes me feel?
It must be very awkward for you.
Awkward? I feel disgusted with myself. I don't even feel as if I can look Tony in the eye.
Godspeed.
I'm joined now by Lily Dempsey, a resident of Mayfield Court, who spearheaded the campaign against having the name changed. Why do you feel particularly strongly about this issue?
We're happy with the name as it is. We don't see why it has to change. We think they can do whatever they like down that town hall. But when you want out of them, it's a different matter. The hot tap in my bath's had a slow drip for 6 months.
Yeah, cut, sorry. Can we go again?
Round up
Oh,
here.
it'll be till midnight at this rate.
And
It's
Mrs.
only supposed to be a
Chambers lives 2
30-second
doors down
report.
from me. She got broke into.
Trunks. You definitely need new trunks. You're not showing me up in them you are on cruise. I'll get you some nice ones, Dolce & Gabbana.
Hey?
Oh, and I'll get you a couple of books. Legal thrillers, I know you like them.
Raquel, I've got masses to read. Look at this. This is a new fully revised and updated A to Z of Furman's Produce. And I've got to swat up on the entire thing.
You can't lay on a beach reading that.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You see, I don't think I'll be able to make that beach. Not without leaving poor Anne right in it.
What do you mean?
Well, it's all this reorganisation. I didn't realise how much work was involved. I mean, to be blunt, it's all hands to the pumps. I'd be mad if I went on holiday now.
So when can you go?
2 months, possibly 3.
I kind of got myself all excited.
You could always go on your own.
Oh, no, I don't fancy that.
Look, I know it's not fair on you. But you could always see if there's any places left on that course in Maidenhead.
Oh no, Curly, no. I couldn't.
Raquel. Yeah. You can. You can. And I want you to.
But I couldn't. I'd just feel mean leaving you here, and then we'd never be able to go on holiday. We just couldn't afford it.
But when you're an internationally renowned aromatherapist, I can lie on the beach all day, can't I? Wearing me Dolce and Havana shorts.
Of course, it won't always be like this, of course. I'm a tidy-as-I-go sort of chap.
And the sort of chap who always puts the lavatory seat down after use.
Oh, yes. Well, if you could just run the vac over and dust.
Now, are there any no-go areas? I mean, some men can be very fussy about who goes in their bedroom, for instance.
Oh, not me. I'm just glad to get anybody in there. Yes, well, should we say 2 hours a couple of times a week?
Oh, ample.
Yes, so what with the 10 hours we've agreed for the office, why don't we round it up to 15 hours a week?
Oh, well, that's very generous.
And would it be all right if I paid you out of petty cash at the office, only I do work from home of an evening, you know, which to my mind entitles me to some sort of cleaning allowance.
Oh, surely.
But HQ don't quite see it that way, of course. It's an ongoing dispute, you understand. So if it could be our own private little arrangement.
Oh, you can rely on me, Mr. Gilroy.
Oh, Alec, please.
Alec. Discretion is my middle name.
So, come on then. You made your point. Spit it out. What'd you go over there for?
Well, we were having what you might call, exploratory talks.
About what?
Oh, you know, about me buying into the garage.
You joking?
Don thought I was joking too at first. Hiya, Sal. Hey, look, now, nothing's settled, but if things go to plan, by this time next week, I could be your new boss. See you on Monday.
I'll see you.
What was that all about?
Must be thinking of buying Josie's share in the garage.
Tony?
Don't know where he's going to get that sort of money.
Never mind that. How come Don didn't offer it to you first?
He did. But I turned him down.
You did what?
Sal, I don't want to buy anything what's got Don Brennan included in the price.
Well, Tony obviously has some faith in him, and if not in Don, then in the business. Anyway, even if it was a lousy idea, you could have at least talked it over with me first.
He put me on the spot. I felt like he wanted an answer there and then.
Oh, right, you couldn't ask him for 5 minutes while you just walk across the road and have a chat with your wife about it. You know how I feel about you buying that garage. Or is that why you didn't say anything, because you thought it was none of my business?
No.
Oh, we don't want Sally making any big decisions, do we? No, she's too busy feeding the ducks and making the tea.
Sal, it wasn't like that.
Well, that's how it looks to me, Kevin.
Metaxa, 7-star. Oh, it made the Greek gods immortal, did this.
Oh, steady on.
I bought it when we were docked in Kefalonia.
Oh, I take it you used to work on the ship then?
Oh, I was the entertainments director for the whole of Sunliners.
Do you know? The moment I walked in here, I thought, I'm inside the home of a man connected with entertainment. And when I saw the ukulele...
Oh, yes, of course. That belonged to one of my acts, Hughie Mostyn. Passed away now, sadly.
One of your acts?
Yes, I was a theatrical agent, you know, for many years.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, I used to handle some of Manchester's top acts, you know.
Like who?
Oh, let me think back. Who might you know? Rita, of course. I used to have her on my books. Runs the paper shop.
Oh, I didn't know she was famous.
Oh, famous to them who knew her. Famous on the circuit. And who else now? Oh, Phil and Shelley Parker. You must have heard of them.
I can't say that I have.
Oh, yes, Manchester's answer to Peters and Lee. Yes, and little Dickie Lynch. Mike Bland, who could have been a big star, of course, if he'd changed his name like I urged him.
I can't say that I've heard of any of them.
And, of course, I was the one who discovered Cliff.
Cliff Richard?
No, Ledbetter. Finest balloon sculptor in the Northwest. His little dachshunds were a byword. Till the arthritis set in, you know.
Even when they lock him up, he still manages to mess up my life.
Then don't go.
I wish it was that easy.
It is that. You don't have to let Liz get to you.
See, the mistake I made was going at all. I mean, now I have seen him and I've seen how pathetic he is and how lost he is. If I stopped going, it'd be like kicking him when he's down, and I don't think I could do that to Liz, let alone Steve.
Oh, but you can do it to Tony.
I can't win, Max. Whatever I do, I'm letting somebody down. That's why I think it'd be best if I just get it all out in the open.
Tell Tony, you mean? You'll go mad.
I don't care. It's better than going behind his back. It's better than lying to him. Besides, when I explain it all to him properly and he sees what a difficult position I've been in, he'll understand.
They won't back down, you know. It's all over the paper. There's no telling where it might lead.
Yeah, well, the only reason it were in the paper is because the paper were already there. Come on, give a ship plate. Oh, a couple of days, it'll all blow over. Lily Dempsey and her pals will have forgotten what they were protesting about. I mean, most of them have trouble remembering what day it is anyway.
Closer to home now, and who says you can't fight City Hall? The residents of Mayfield Court in Weatherfield are certainly having a go.
Audrey!
Jimmy Saunders reports.
Audrey, come and look at this.
Mayfield Court. It's always been Mayfield Court. And if they think they can walk roughshod over us residents, they've got another thing coming.
You will not believe what's been going over the road this afternoon. I've pulled the carpet right from underneath them, both of them. Come on, let's go into town. I'll take you for a pizza. I'll tell you all about it. Honestly, the look on Don's face, the look on Kev's...
I've got something to tell you. Yeah. Do you know the other day when I said I was going to see the accountant? Yeah? I didn't. I went to go see Steve McDonald in prison.
I see.
And I know I should have told you before, but I just didn't want you getting upset. Look, don't read anything into it.
Hang on. If you gave a damn about how I feel, you wouldn't have dreamed of going, never mind lie to me.
No, it's easy to say that, but...
But what? You obviously thought, stuff Tony. What does he matter? I can easily palm him off. Steve's much more important.
No, that's rubbish. I felt sorry for him. He's in prison, remember?
Yeah, and he's got a family. Let them go and see him. Why did you have to go, eh?
Because maybe I can help him through it.
Oh, how noble. Did you visit any other inmates while you were in there? No. Just Steve. Just Steve.
Look, we didn't sit there holding hands, if that's what you're thinking.
You lied to me for him. You weighed up the odds and you chose Steve, and you would do every time.
No!
Come on, Fiona, let's stop skirting round it. I'm just someone to knock about with. I can't even begin to compete with Steve McDonald. But you know something? I'm not even going to try. Because if you can give that little slime ball even the time of day, then you're not worth knowing.